If you think A Nightmare on Elm Street was purely a Wes Craven creation, or simply the result of Robert Englund's chilling grin behind the glove, you're overlooking the man who gave Freddy Krueger a house to haunt. That man was Robert Bob Shaye, the founder of New Line Cinema, who produced the original 1984 film and steered the franchise and his studio from scrappy indie operation to horror powerhouse. Shaye launched New Line in 1967 from his New York apartment, distributing cult, foreign, and art house films to college campuses. It was a modest endeavor until he took a gamble on Wes Craven's Unproven script, a supernatural slasher about a dream-stalking killer named Freddy. Shaye backed this risky project that would become a genre-defining phenomenon. When Elm Street grossed over $57 million, it transformed New Line, earning it the legendary nickname, the House That Freddy Built. That success gave Shaye the power to expand Freddy's world. He executive produced every original Elm Street sequel through the early 2000s, overseeing titles like Dream Warriors, The Dream Master, and Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Dream Warriors broke box office records for a horror sequel in 1987, opening at number 1 and proving that Freddy was more than a hit. He was a franchise lifeblood. Under Shaye's leadership, New Line thrived, going public in 1986 and building an aggressive distribution machine. Shaye not only financed these films, he shaped them. As studios wavered, scripts floundered, and horror trends shifted, one constant remained: his willingness to press on. When Dream Warriors succeeded against expectations, Shaye greenlit more installments. When the films faced creative turbulence, he held the vision. His steady hand enabled creative risks, handling budget constraints, marketing Freddy aggressively, and keeping the world of Elm Street evolving while retaining its core fear. He also fostered the studio that would go on to release other iconic titles, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. These ventures stem from the same risk-taking spirit that began with Freddy. Decisions Shaye made at pivotal moments. His success with Elm Street gave him the confidence to bankroll The Lord of the Rings as 3 simultaneous films, an audacious move that paid off with billions in box office and multiple Oscars. Yet through all that expansion, Freddy remained the foundation. A risky idea became a cultural symbol. Clawed glove, red and green sweater, the nursery rhyme echoing in your nightmares. And Bob Shaye was the man who grew that symbol into a full-grown horror empire. A Nightmare on Elm Street wasn't just a film. It was the turning point for New Line, transforming it from a niche distributor into a home for bold, boundary-pushing genre storytelling. So go ahead, debate continuity mistakes, uneven sequels, or which Elm Street entry lands or falters. Question the tone shifts. But none of that matters if there was no Elm Street machine to begin with. Without Bob Shaye, there is no House That Freddy Built, no Empire of Nightmares. Because if Freddy is the monster we fear, Bob Shaye was the architect who built the nightmare, laid the foundation, and made sure that the boogeyman had a stage.